All right, guys. If I'm audible to everyone, just let me know in the chat box. All right, if I'm audible, please let me know in the chat. Did not get back. Yeah. So Instagram sometimes puts your DM uh, in the hidden messages. I'll check it out. Don't worry. I'll check it out by this afternoon. All right. Let's have a look at your questions. Audible. All right. Also, guys, make sure that you like the stream as well. UDS bought at 346. That's a good trade. Maybe a bit. Okay, that is a good one. Yeah. I bought today at 343. Again, this is not a buying recommendation at the current price. All right. So don't just end up buying here. So we'll wait for some people to join in. Let's wait for some people to join in. Then we will. mm, We'll start with the questions as well. You can put your questions in the chat meanwhile and make sure that you like the stream as well. Again, guys, don't copy these trades. All right. I know that a lot of you have learned how to trade like me somewhat over time, but don't copy my trades directly if I disclose anything. All right. If I talk about a stock, I have to disclose it if I'm holding it or not. All right. So UDS at 346 is a good trade. That is a good trade. Bharat Forge, I was actually watching Bharat Forge. Bharat Forge hourly. Okay. I was watching it here. But now, why will you buy it hourly? Look at this big candle right here. Look at this EMA right here. This is a bad doubt. I've told so many times not to buy a fallen stock. And what is so special about Bharat Forge? Like, why should I make an exception, if at all, for Bharat Forge? What is so special about Bharat Forge? I don't think anything is there. So, so no. All right. See, the structure is not. Just a second. Yeah. So the structure is not leading to the up move. I've said this so many times. Just because it is contracting does not mean it will spike up like this. All right. The up move happens because of a ongoing trend. You are just participating in the trend. That is it. So if this is the ongoing higher time frame trend, this is the ongoing weekly trend. I am participating when it settles around some sort of weekly demand, and maybe uh, around some weekly demand, and then around the daily chart as well. So I'm trying to buy when it's bullish on all time frames and when it's not too extended. So in these areas I'm not buying. So this is a buy point. This is a good buy point. Obviously fell after earnings, so that is not something you can predict. This area is a good buy point, but again fell after earnings. So maybe this is a good buy point. This is also a good buy point. This is a good buy point. All right. So uh, the move is happening because on higher time frames, it is in a secular up move. The move is not happening because of a 5-day contraction or a hourly contraction. All right. And this is what happens with most intraday trades as well. With most intraday trades, just a second. Yeah, so with most intraday trades, what happens is people, if they get a big move, they will believe that it's because of the smaller time frame. All right. So let's say you catch a 5% move in Bharat Forge. So what is the average candle on Bharat Forge? The average candle on Bharat Forge is the average candle is about, this is the biggest candle. All right. This entire range is 5-6%. All right. So uh, the average candle is about 1.5%. All right. So if you're catching a big move on intraday, it is also a big candle on the daily chart. All right. So some sort of daily structure is behind that move. So again, don't trade these stocks, waste of time. Buy stocks that are going up. All right. So you see, so many stocks are doing well today. Um, so so many stocks doing well, uptrending. Look at this one. This is a nice move. This is a good one. A lot of these stocks are doing great. So why do you need to buy something that is falling? All right. This is a very good chart. I think on the weekly as well. All right. So don't waste your time in these stocks, especially Bharat Forge. Bharat Forge is a slow mover. Happy Forgings again. Nothing in Happy Forgings. Nothing here. All right. So if you bought here, you should be out by here. It might spike up because the demand is still there, but the momentum is lost, especially in this market where everything is going up. Not everything is going up, but the strong ones are going up. The ones that look good, they're going up. So no need to hold Bharat Happy Forging in this market. All right. You can find much better stocks. Again, for the people who have joined in recently, make sure that you like the stream as well. All right. So Happy Forge is different. Okay, wait. Happy Forging is the same thing. There's only one Happy Forging. Yeah, so there's nothing here. So again, another similar example is this one. So I bought this stock here and I was out here. Now it's just sliding around. All right. So these 3-4 days, I have bought many stocks that have gone up. I bought this today. This is going up already like 5% off from my cost, from today's cost. I bought this, which is up 5-6% from my cost, 6 maybe 7%. All right. So I bought a bit higher here. So maybe around 5%. So again, these are working out. All right. So that matters. All right. If you're not, if you're stuck in a stock, the timing matters. You don't want to be stuck in it forever. This red is too strong for me. All right. So don't waste time in falling stocks. Kalyan Jewelers, Krishna strapping to 56 entry. I'm not sure what that means. Kalyan Jewelers is already moving. The entry was somewhere here. It's still strong. Nothing wrong about it. All right. So guys, you can put your doubts in the chat. If you have no doubts, then I would take it as a success of the lives that we've done. Lakshmi caught spin. All right. You bought it at 29 rupees. Yeah, this looks good, but again, look at the stock. I mean, I don't know about this one. All right, so this is not exactly um, a big mover. It might move big because this has happened with some stocks. So you see, I exited this. I bought it somewhere here. I exited it here, and now it's spiked up. So they might be very range bound for some time, but then they might start moving up sharply. So that might happen. All right, but if you in general, if you see a stock which is range bound for a long time, I think it's better to avoid um, avoid those stocks. ICICI Bank has already gone up. I have talked about, maybe posted about this bank. I posted in the server. I don't know if I posted public. This is the area where it was bullish and Bank Nifty was very bearish. So if you see Bank Nifty around this time, which is 15 February, Bank Nifty was basically here, and ICICI Bank was pushing up from the EMA. So that was very strong. Uh, so it is moving up now, and this is probably the strongest private bank, I think. SBI is way too far for my. I mean, nothing in SBI, all right. It's way too up. All right, Hutco. Hutco is also way too up. Don't trade these stocks, guys. If it's not near the EMA, 50 EMA, this is the 50 EMA, then it's way too up. Maybe if you're using 20, maybe you can catch some short-term momentum. So this is 20. Yeah. But still, if you see, the demand is not here. So even when you're using a 20 EMA, you want to buy from the demand. All right. So you want to buy from the demand, from some demand zone. So this is the demand zone. This is where you buy it. Extended stock, no demand, just a bunch of sideways candles. These mean nothing to me. And 20 EMA moves might fail quickly in a choppy market. So you see something like, but I mean, still it works because demand zones and supply zones work like they always do. So you can maybe even do some short-term trading with the 20 EMA, maybe buying these stocks. But if the market turns around, then they will fail. All right. So this is also a good one. This is probably around the 50 EMA as well because this is a bigger base. So if you see, this is probably also the 50 EMA. All right. So 50 EMA is a bit far, not that far. All right. So see, this is bad because there is no demand zone. The demand is coming from this point. All right. So tomorrow, if the market pulls back, there's a big chance that your stock just comes like this. And this happened in Adani Power. So this was, if you see 2-3 days ago, looked very nice. Everyone was trying to buy this, looked very nice, very clean, looked like a contraction, whatever. But where was the demand? The demand is coming from this point. All right. So as soon as you correct in the market, your stock simply just pulls back and then see it goes back up. All right. So the first thing you do when you look at a chart is to find where the demand zone is. Right. The last demand zone, I mean. Sansera Engineering, not bad, not bad, but it has pulled back. So it needs some sort of a sideways build up now. All right. So nothing yet. This is just a pullback. This is forming a new base here. So this is the start of the base. So this entire right hand side is left now. So let's talk about the index. Bank Nifty, very bullish. All right. Bank Nifty has broken through this supply, which is also, this up move is also breaking through this last supply. So if you see this fall right here, this was the up move that broke through this supply. Then it pulled back to these demand zones from where this up move happened. And now we have made a new high. So Bank Nifty is technically in a higher high and higher low structure now. All right. So after this fall, just a second. After this fall and this up move, this was the break of this supply. All right. So now Bank Nifty is in a higher high and higher low structure technically. All right. And also it is also holding this demand on the daily chart. So it's holding this area of demand on the daily chart, and this demand actually led to which move? It led to this move. All right. So this supply was taken out by this move, and now we're holding it. So this is very strong. This is a very strong, uh, you know, very strong structure. And also one more thing is obviously the weekly chart as well. All right. The weekly chart is also exceptionally strong here. We're bouncing off of this weekly base, which is actually a monthly demand zone. All right. So we are simply, to put it simply, we are just holding this monthly demand right here. All right. Previous monthly demand was this one. Before this, we have been holding this one. So the cycle just continues. This was the break of the monthly demand. So if you see, this was the last demand. We went down once, we failed, we broke it, but we held the other one. All right. So structure is good, nothing wrong here. Keep buying stocks. Maybe buy a bit more in this market because it looks very, very good. All right. So what else? ATGL. A lot of Adani people are buying a lot of Adani stocks, I see. But what is bullish about this? I don't get it. I have discussed this multiple times. It's still below the weekly EMA. All right. So look, all the big moves they happen above the weekly EMA. All right. So pick whatever stock you want. All the big moves they happen above the weekly EMA. All these multiple X moves they happen above the weekly EMA. I mean, obviously, if it's going multiple X, it will be above the weekly EMA, right? That just makes sense. It cannot move multiple times on the upside without staying on one side of the EMA. If it goes up and down, it will just be sideways in a big range. In a big range, as in a 60-70% range. All right. So something like this, if you see, this is a huge range. All right, 112 to 50 rupees, 40 rupees. So that's a 60% range. But again, if you see, most of the gains they are made here and they are lost on the other side. So this is very, very simple. You don't have to do anything literally. Just pick up stocks that are on one side of the EMA and trade in that direction. All right. You will definitely end up catching some big moves. All right. Okay. That's a stock. All right. Krishka scrapping is probably very illiquid. It is kind of illiquid. It's also okay. It's not illiquid, but it's SME stocks. So you bought it at 256. Entry is good, but if you see the range on this one, the stop loss is like 12% because of the SME price action. So I don't know about this one. This is too wide for me. All right, so not bad, but maybe you could have waited for something like this, a more sideways kind of more defined range. Um, not the best stock out there. Spencer's. All right, let's check it out. Again, guys who have joined recently, make sure that you like the stream. All right. So Spencer's, I don't get it. Nothing in Spencer's. Just pulling back. If you're looking for a flag or whatever, don't buy it the breakout. All right. If it breaks out, then it will bump into this supply. So it will bump into this area of selling. All right. So it might come down from there as well. So if I give you an example, look at this example. Give me 1 second. Look at this one. All right. So let's say you're looking at this after a big up move. So what happens when it breaks out? So this is your price action, breaks out of the channel. Now this is the supply right here. All right. So it comes back down and then it goes up. So this pullback, the channel on the downside is just half of the base. All right. After it breaks, it will also form this right hand side. So this is the channel. This will just not take off like this. It might take off if the stock is too strong, but that is not ideal. That does not happen very often. What happens very often is you will see it pulling back, it will go to the highest supply. Now one half of the base is done. Now we will set up for this part, right? And then we'll break out. This is why you see that stocks are working from working after testing the trend line, all right, which is a very common concept, but that is not what is working here. All right, trend line is not the thing that's working. This breakout is clearing out these previous supplies, so this demand is now strong enough. If it's not strong enough, this breakout will fail. All right, so we have to, the only confirmation is this move, this sideways action. If this does not happen, then I have zero confirmation that my stock is bullish yet. All right, my stock can just fall down. So again, it happens all the time in small cap. So if you see, look at all these, all of these moves, especially in a downtrending market, all of these are failing. This is going up because there is this right hand side, so it has gone up a bit. But again, because of the downtrend, it has failed. Let's look at this in an uptrend because that is what we are concerned with. So let's look at this one. So in an uptrend, you see sometimes this might work when it breaks and it goes. But again, look at the stop loss. If you're buying here, your stop loss is 8%, maybe 10% if you're putting it below the range. All right, so the stop loss will be big if you buy it straight out of it. But mostly if you see after the breakout, it's making up this right hand side. So this is the end of the pullback and this is the right hand side, and now we start to go up. All right, so always wait for the sideways action before buying stocks. All right, same thing here. If you see, you could have bought this channel breakout, looks like a channel on the weekly at the all-time high, solid channel on the weekly, but why should I buy it? All right, on the breakout, what happens on the breakout? We go out, we go up, you end up buying here, and then we make this right hand side, and now we might go up again. All right, so so see, the people who are buying the channel breakout, uh, the people who are waiting for this range contraction, the people who are buying from a support, everyone is looking at the same stuff. All right, the chart is not different for me or you or anyone else. And people who are buying, people who are trading uh, different with different rules, they can probably be more profitable than I am. But the problem is this waiting time, which will happen in most stocks. I cannot sit for that. All right, there might be some people who will sit through this, and they will probably add up and maybe make a huge sum of money out of just one stock. All right, but I am not comfortable doing that. So for me, the best point of entry is to wait for this right hand side of the base. All right, so again, there's a break of this flag, doesn't mean it will keep going up. Wait for this, and now you will keep going up. You've saved 2 months of price action. All right, so this is all swing trading is really. Now you just refine these things into proper entries. And look at how simple small caps are. Look at how simple this uptrend is. There is no confusion here, all right? Even if you just look at the chart, even if you remove the EMA, let's say you look at this bear chart, what can you see throughout this? Let's just remove this part. So even if you look at this, what is happening? It's breaking out, making a range, holding the previous range, going up, breaking out, making a range, holding this demand, going up, breaking out, making a range, going up, again breaking out, making a range and going up. All right, so that is all the stock does. What happens in a downtrend? Making a range, breakdown, test of the range, new breakdown, test of the last range, again a breakdown. So this is a breakdown, and then we just fall with the COVID fall. So don't complicate it. It's much simpler than intraday. In intraday, you won't find clean setups like this. All right. So yeah. So I was talking about which stock? Spencer's here. Shivalik buy metal. Um, Again, nothing here. Why are you guys trading these stocks below the EMA? There was an arrow here. I think I traded this one here. But yeah, so there is an EMA. It's below the EMA. I don't get it. What is in this stock? This stock. Look for more stocks. This is nothing. Don't buy these. Canes. All right. So see, Canes is not bad, but my problem is I don't like stocks which don't pull back. All right. So basically, I don't like buying stocks which you know which don't have a bigger base or a deep cut like this. All right, because it means that it's trading right at the supply. If this is sideways, um, this might work because this is a part of this entire base. This might work out. But look at how good this looks. Look at how everyone is buying it here. All right. You can draw a VCP, you can draw a triangle, you can buy from demand zones. Everyone is buying it here. So it looks a bit too good. All right. So maybe I would stay away from this. But overall not bad. All right. But it looks a bit too good to me. So too many people will probably buy this. Sapphire Foods monthly. Sapphire monthly doesn't matter. Monthly, weekly. Monthly is good. Weekly is also good. But it was good here also. All right. So same thing I say all the time. It was good here also. The same monthly chart was good here also. All right. Weekly, monthly, whatever. So what happened? It failed every time. All right. So just being good in monthly or weekly doesn't matter. You have to have an entry on the daily chart as well. On the daily chart, there is no entry in this. Rashi peripherals. Okay, this is already gone. I think this is already gone. The demand is also way below. Demand is here. Look at this tiny pause before the up move. This is the demand. So this is done. All right. Don't buy this. I mean, you can if you want to, but I won't buy this. All right. Pokarna. This is falling. Yeah, I was watching this here, but I just bought something else. But yeah, we wait for more. We wait for more here. This is still not enough. You can still see big candles, so we wait for a bit more contraction here. Just a second. All right. Green plywoods, Green Ply Industries. See, so if I remove today's candle, will you buy this? Maybe not. What is happening? This downtrending. All right. So not a good trade. All right. We want that higher low. We want this higher low. This is not tested. So this is not a higher low. It will become a higher low today after it breaks out. All right. So it broke out. Now this is probably a higher low. So United Polyfab. All right. In too illiquid, why are you guys trading these stocks? I don't understand. Look at the stock. You can find so many better stocks. You're just wasting your time. Look at how it moves. 1 year of sideways action. Might go up. I'm not saying it won't. But what's the volume on this? 50K volume on a 100 rupee stock. That's nothing. RK Forge, I'm watching this. I am watching this, but did not test the demand. So I will wait for more contraction. This is on my watch. Mahindra Finance. Haven't seen Mahindra Finance since a long, long time. MLM Finance. Not bad. Finance stocks are doing good. The weekly also probably looks really good. Yeah. Weekly looks good. This is not bad. This is a very good chart. But I think this is FNO. So I don't know about FNO stocks. Is this FNO? Yeah, this is FNO. So FNO stocks might move a bit slower. I don't know. All right. Let's have a look at some indices. So some sectoral indices. So media index, obviously bad. Pharma in its own world. Reality index. I talked about this index on the last live. The last live was 1 week ago, all right, which was 16th. So this is where I talked about it. A lot of reality stocks have done really well, all right. So hopefully you guys could catch something here. Healthcare is same as pharma. Consumer index, I think I talked about it as well here. This is also trying to go up, and this is actually also holding this demand, which is the breakout demand. So consumer stocks, they might start going up again. Consumer durable. Private bank obviously weak. Finance is same as Bank Nifty. This is way up. Again, way up. FMCG is downtrending. Way up. Nifty metal also looks decent. Nifty metal looks decent. Holding some demand zones. Maybe you get a candle on the upside. So Nifty metal, you guys can watch out for some metal stocks, some consumer durable stocks, and all other indices too far gone. All right. Mid cap index is actually trying to break out of this. So you can look for stocks in this one, but I think mid cap 50 is all FNO stocks. So when you look at mid cap 100, this is setting up very well, right? This is the previous base, this is the current base, setting up very, very well. So you can look at the mid cap 100 stocks. Small caps, obviously, we are pushing up. So small caps also look pretty good. So overall, according to me, according to my uh, trading style, this is a very this is a point where you can buy a lot of stocks. All right, and stocks are going up. So that also highlights that the overall market is very bullish right now. All right, it has set up properly. It has absorbed to this volatility. We are settling down. Sectors are starting to go up one by one. So this is a market where you should be fully invested. If you're swing trading, this is the right time to buy. When do you exit these stocks? If we just, if we just start to push below yesterday's low. So, so if we start to push below uh, this low, then you can start exiting, because then it will start to become some sort of a top like structure, right? Then we'll see what happens here around the EMA as well. But I don't think that's going to happen really. I think we are all right. Um, but just in case this happens, so that you guys don't get stuck, I am just giving you the scenario where I will exit my stocks. All right. So currently, nothing wrong. We are very good. Bank Nifty is very good. Nifty is excellent. Obviously, yesterday's candle is really, really good, and I expect something like this to happen in Nifty. So maybe, not this strong, but maybe something like this to happen. We just slowly keep pushing up. So in small caps, maybe something like this, the usual. Basically, it always moves like this. So we'll just probably keep pushing up slowly for a few days. So the end of February, and so mostly the end of February, you should be making some decent returns. Maybe we are looking at a 4 to 6% return in the next 2 3 weeks, which is very very good, right? So don't underestimate 6% in 2 3 weeks. All right. So let's have a look at a few more stocks. So Tata Communications. This is too extended. All right. This is the demand. It's trading right here. Don't buy it. Look at the distance. ONGC. I don't understand. It's in the middle of nowhere. There is no risk to reward. Even the last demand is 10% away, maybe like 8% away. So don't buy these stocks, guys. What's your trade planning? I don't know about targets. I will I will exit it when I get 15 20%. I don't know anything about targets. All right. If someone claims to know targets, uh, they are 90%, 95% of it is basically fortune telling. All right. How can you know a target? Like, how do you know if the stock will stop there? You exit when you feel like you have made enough money and you can book this amount of money consistently. All right. So if you can book 20% consistently, you exit at 20%. I can book 12 to 15% very consistently, so I usually exit around 15%. All right. Whenever I try to go beyond that, I see that I end up wasting more time in stocks. So targets, it doesn't change from stock to stock. I don't care what stock it is. I will exit at 15 20%, maximum 20%. Maybe if it's an IPO stock, because IPOs tend to run up more, you might hold it for maybe 10 more percent, maybe 30%. All right, sometimes they might do that. But again, target, you shouldn't focus on finding a way to find targets. Again, this is also extended. The demand is coming from this low right here, which is 1575. So we are way up. It's like 4% up. All right, Bliss Pharma. Bliss Pharma actually has some insider buying, I think, some promoter buying in this. Uh, Pretty good. We are maybe we'll cover up this space as well. So the only problem is the demand is here, the stock is here. So look at the distance on this. All right, if you put a stop loss below this level, that is also 9%. So this is too much. BAJEL. Okay, this is very liquid, extended. It is probably SME. Okay, not illiquid. Okay, this is very liquid actually. But again, it's too extended. So even if I use the 20 EMA, I think it's far from the 20 EMA as well. So even from the 20 EMA, this is far. So again, it's very, very strong. I would suggest you to. It might go up. So looking at the chart, it might go up, but I don't buy these stocks. All right. Orient. I try to buy stocks out of a bigger basis. Um, so something like this. All right. This has been sideways for some time, but not bearish, not broken anything, still trading around the highs. So when this moves out, I might get something like a quick move on the upside, which I'm confident about. All right. So I try to buy stocks from bigger bases. I also bought this stock actually around this point, I think, around this point in 2021, if I remember correctly. So I like to buy these bigger basis stocks because the bigger the base is, it is also less extended on the weekly chart. So if you see the weekly chart of something like um, let's say, okay, you won't find it here. Let's say if you see the weekly out of something like this stock on, and you're trying to buy it here, all right, the daily might look good here, so daily doesn't look bad, all right, but the chance of a big spike, big sectoral move, not there, all right, at this point, after such a big run up, not there. But now what is happening, everything is, and this is also the weekly 20 EMA. Give me one second, I need the 50. So now this is pretty much in line. This is also pretty much in line, and look at what happened immediately from 135 to 204. All right, so this is what I'm looking for. If it's moving 50%, I might make 20%. All right, so that is basically the entire idea um, that I'm working around. All right, Cochin Shipyard. Again, look at how far it is. It's too far up. Um, Also, this is too far from me. All right, I'm not. I cannot chase momentum like this. Maharashtra Seamless looks good. Um, Looks maybe it stops around this supply, but it looks decent, not bad. All right. What Navakaro? Give me one second. Am I reading it right? I cannot. Okay, Navkar Corp. All right. Yeah, this is also way too high. So see again, this is your area of demand. All right. You see these wicks at the bottom of the range. This is where the stock. Look at the big candles. All right. This is where the big candles are coming from. So if you buy it here and the market corrects tomorrow, it's going to go here in an instant. So look at this example. So look at these big candles from these tiny candles. All right. So I bought this at this price, came down to this demand, and now I bought it today as well, but it's higher than both of these prices because I know where the demand zone is. All right. So I don't have to get in and out of the stock depending on how the market is. Until this holds, the structure holds, I am sorry. So I am in the stock. All right. Um, Pix transmission. We talked about Pix transmission last time, but now I think you should be out of it. Yeah, this didn't work out. You should be out. 1 point solution. This was maybe a good entry 3 days ago. Not anymore. Now it's too far. KTGL we have talked about. I've talked about this. I don't buy stocks which are bearish on the weekly. Okay, so last few questions and then we'll conclude. Again, Trident, nothing here. Nothing here. Don't buy this. Uh, this is pulling back. All right. So we need an up move. Then we need a right hand side. All right. This base is very immature. TREL. Again, see, it's not bad. All right, but look at the range of these candles. It can maybe use 2-3 days of sideways action before you buy it. Structure is really good actually. Is this a recent IPO or it's just recent on NSE? Okay, probably an IPO or something. So I might add this. Nvidia is already gone. There is nothing in Nvidia. Do you know, Manas, you have a similar kind of setup? Similar, but not really. Uh, if it's working for you, that's good, but it's not similar. See, there are limited buy points on the chart, all right? So if multiple people are buying contractions, it might look similar, but my focus is not around contractions. My focus is not around VCP. Uh, this is just used to time the trade. I'm trying to buy at the best price possible on a long-term up move. All right. So this stock is, so I look at points where the long-term trend might change. So basically, if you see, let's take this example again. So I look at basically demand supply zones where the long-term trend might change. So if you see this point, now if this breaks, the stock will directly go to this. All right. So this is a point where the long-term structure of the stock might go bad. If it breaks down, it might take a lot of time to clear this base. All right. So this is a do or die point for the stock. If it fails here, it's done. But if it doesn't, then it should basically continue all the way up. Now, inside this structure, you will use whatever entry principles you have. But I won't buy a VCP here. I won't buy a VCP here. This is not a VCP. All right. It's just a pause in the up move. Look at the wicks here. This can be a lot of selling as well. All right. So I am looking at bigger bases, long-term trends, not exactly momentum chasing. Nifty Pharma has gone up too much. There is nothing anymore to discuss. It has gone up way too much. All right. So obviously the last demand zone is this one. So this tiny base right here, if you see. All right. So now this becomes your placeholder for the trend. If this breaks, your trend might break. Also, I'm not saying that my style is right or someone else's style is right. Whatever is working for you, do it. You're only here to make money. All right. Don't get caught up in who is better. If it's making money for you, just keep doing it. The profit that you make doesn't come with a note that you made it with harder trades, you made it with simpler trades, you made it with buying breakouts, you made it by making fun of people who buy breakouts. If it's working for you, keep doing it. If breakout buying was working for me, I would be buying stocks here. All right. So whatever's working for you, keep doing it. Zentech, all right, the last two stocks, then we'll end this live. Zentech again, nothing. It's just pulling back. All right. All right. Stocks are consolidating on Nifty Pharma. That's because maybe some bigger stocks are taking the pharma index up. So Sun Pharma has a big weightage. All right. Sun Pharma, this is why it's going up, Nifty Pharma. All right. So again, something like a Dr. Reddy has a lot of weightage. Lupin has a lot of weightage. Cipla has a lot of weightage. So all these bigger stocks are going up. That is why the index is going up. Nifty Pharma doesn't go up because small cap pharma stocks go up. All right, so we'll stop here and let's save something for the next weekend and next Friday, sorry. And I will see you guys again. Have a good weekend. Have fun.